Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you'd like. Today we're going to be talking about being overqualified and underemployed, or overqualified and unemployed. Any variation of the two. Today's job market has been, or is rather, trash. Meaning that many persons are finding themselves unable to find either adequate employment, stable employment, or employment altogether. The job market is very tight for many reasons, right? Some of them is, the economy, people not looking to, there was one point in time where people were really, switching jobs every year or so. But as things begin to tighten up in the economy, more and more people are looking to hold on to their jobs. Like, they don't want to switch. They want to, get somewhere and stay comfortable and, ride things out. And so you don't kind of have that ebb and flow that you once had. So the opportunities now are slim. And then we have the rise in education, in degrees, and those, persons that are obtaining their degrees. So now you have not just the brick and mortar, institutions. Now we have all of these opportunities to go to school at home and finish our degrees or get graduate degrees at home. And so you have more and more individuals that it's like the degrees are saturated now, right? Where you used to have an MBA to get into, to be competitive enough to get into a executive CEO position, right? And MBAs were rare. But fast, and this was probably maybe, 25 plus years ago. But, fast forward to today, especially within the past probably decade, it's almost, the MBA is common, the MBA, the MPA, all of these, graduate degrees, these master's degrees are so commonplace now because of, again, the access and the opportunity to have education and higher education, rather. It's like almost everyone has one. And so what are you doing to be competitive? What are you doing? What can be done, rather, to be competitive? And yes, you use your networking sources, people that because that was also really huge, nepotism. But now it's like that's not even working because, again, no one's leaving their seat. No one's leaving their positions. No one is leaving their job. So it's almost like being educated or being overeducated or overqualified. It's almost like being a felon. And I know some of you may say, what do you mean by that? Because remember, and this is probably still true, I don't know, I don't have any felonies, but I just imagine this is probably still true. Having a felony on your background will probably prevent you from a lot of type of jobs, a lot of opportunity. I'm not sure that you can even receive any type of government assistance in order to go to, a higher university or education, in that regard. I don't think that you can. So it's almost like that time. It's like, goodness, I'm like looking, at the person next to me who may have a felony, and here I am with my, graduate degree, and we probably have the same chance, 50-50 shot at getting this job. That's almost what it feels like, right? It's so tight, and people aren't able to find adequate employment. And that's really scary. Even like the position that you knew you could get, simple for those who are just kind of just looking for like just anything to kind of, keep income, keep some type of flow of money coming into their homes, mall jobs, retail jobs, fast food jobs. These places really aren't hiring. Mainly because you put your education down, your experience down on your resume, and it's like, oh, this person's going to leave as soon as they get another job or as soon as they have a better opportunity. So why hire them? Why put them through training and, go through all of these processes when as soon as something better, comes along, they're gone. So you can't even get that job. So a lot of people are beyond struggling and doing a lot of gig work, you find a lot of people are turning to other sources of income. A lot of people are looking into entrepreneurship. I see so many different YouTube channels that are starting up now, because like I haven't been able to find a job. I haven't been able to get back into the job market. So I'm giving YouTube a shot because it's working for so many different people, and let me see what I can do. Others are going into other type of gig work like, door dashing, Ubering, driving for Lyft, doing, I can't remember the name of it now, it just slipped my mind, but like where you go and you're working like a grocery store and you pack people's groceries, like they order it online and then you put all the groceries in. I forget what it's called, but just anything to keep income coming in. And it's really becoming not just scary, it's becoming concerning and alarming. And then we think about the individuals that now that they have student loans, your wages being garnished because of that. So it's really like, and I'm sure that if you're going through like financial hardship, there's a program or something like that to where hopefully you could either lessen the payment or pause the payment so that you're not being snowed under. And so, you have some type of access to money. But it's like a snowball effect. It's so many different things that are going on financially within, the walls of your home because of the economy, because of what's going on, these outside forces, to where can you find, solace? Where can you find what you need? And so that's just been the question that I've been really, talking to other people about, seeing what they're doing. I hope someone puts in the comments what they're doing if they're experiencing this, but it's so tight. It really is like being overeducated or overqualified or the both. It's really like being a felon. It's really like once they see a certain thing on your resume, it's like, oh no, you're either going to be too expensive to hire to bring you on, or we know that if we do bring you on, you're going to be leaving, pretty soon. In 6 months, 8 months, a year, you're going to be gone. So I just wanted to drop in and give my 2 cents on that. Thank you so much for watching.